Okay, so far so good. Seems to be working. I appear to be live on Mickey's account. Good. Excellent. I have very little idea how this is gonna, oopsies, how this is gonna work. But I'm excited. Da, 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 da. Put that there so that I have that in case I need it. I won't, but in case, put that there. Okay, so hello, friends. I am. Got you. I don't know which one of you that was, but I'm guessing it was probably Chuck. But, hi. So, my face is hidden up here someplace because, it's a craft stream. You don't need my face. My face does not look all that great today anyway. Hi, babe. So, yeah, this is my day, for a, music family takeover. And I'm really excited. I have been waffling all day over what I was going to do because I'm not particularly good at any of the games that Mickey typically plays. And by not particularly good at, I mean really shit. Hi, Serena! How's it going? So I decided I would just do a craft stream because it's in the name. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna make some shit. Oh shit! Background music. I forgot background music. I decided that since I don't know exactly what like I don't know what music um Mickey generally plays in the background, I decided that I'm just gonna find some like a Stardew Valley background music loop or something. That's probably gonna be a little bit loud. Yeah, that works. We're gonna turn that down a little bit, and then you can tell me how the music level sounds. Oh yeah, that feels loud in my ears. Also, because of the fact that I'm not Mickey, uh, we're uh, we're gonna see how things work with alerts and commands and stuff. Because I know that the other day when Tabby was, oh hey, thanks. Uh, I know that when Tabby did this, things didn't really work, but I think Mickey changed some stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. Excellent. He. So many good alerts. Okay, so I decided that what I want to do today, one of the things that I really like making, I decided that I want to fuck around with some clay. And I think I'm just gonna start by making some little flowers and beads and stuff. And figured what better theme than to got it, sounds good. I figured what better theme to have than to make some pride flag color stuff, because yeah. Also, let me know how the volume level of the music is. Can I please get the wrapper off of this shit without my band-aids falling off? Also, I had a skin picking incident, so I have band-aids on my fingers so that y'all don't have to see any of my gross bullshit. God damn it, but they really seem insistent upon this one coming off. Okay, a second. If I have what I think I have on hand. Where is it? Aha! Yeah, do what you gotta do, babe. Alright, it turns out apparently the first little bit of crafting we're gonna do here is fucking duct tape my band-aid onto my finger. Serena, how are you doing today? I know how Chuck is doing because, you know, they're about, I don't know, 30 feet away from me right now at most. I know how they're doing, but how are you doing? Alright, that'll do. Oh, it's not pretty, but if they wanted pretty, then they shouldn't have asked me. Which is not to say that I'm not pretty, because I am. But, you know. I'm also just a fucking disaster human. Why is this so difficult? Come on. There we go. There we go. Oof. It's kind of phasing through all of the different songs a little faster than I would like, but... Okay, let's see. Grab a little glob of this. Seeing as how this is Mickey's channel, we're gonna start with one of Mickey's flags. So we're gonna do a little trans flag. I guess it's technically one of my flags too. I always feel weird about, like, whether or not... I know that technically the trans flag also is something that I can claim for myself, but it feels weird just for me because of the fact that, like, I am non-binary, but in the way that, like, I don't really care if somebody thinks that I am... Well, I care a little bit, but it's like I'm not that dissimilar from my assigned gender. Hi, Hack! How's it going? It's good to see ya. Oh, let's get a little more white in there. Mixing clay is just such a good time. Hi, Tabby! How are you doing? You're the best, babe. I very much feel that, Hack. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, we're gonna do a little... Yeah, I'm excited to do some crafty crafts. Alright, we're bringing out the... Oh boy. We're bringing out the pasta machine. Alright, I'm gonna... What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some of these things together and make a nice little gradient. Actually, we're not quite at the pasta machine yet because this apparently needs to be softened. Good question. Actually, yeah, we should be able to because he's actually in his spot right now, which he has not been for the last several times that I've streamed. Let me get some lights on him. Stanley, your adoring fans want to see you. It's time to give the people what they want. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Where the fuck is Stanley Cam? Yes, that's the webcam. Why you know Stanley Cam? Is the Stanley Cam plugged in? It should be. I fucking never unplug it. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Stan Cam, give me your answer to. Why? Why do you hate me? Oh, there he is! Just needed a minute to boot up. Okay, scoot that over. There he is. For anybody that is unfamiliar with that sweet baby boy over there, that is Stanley. He is very frequently featured in my streams. Let's make him a little bit bigger. We know what the people are here to see. But yeah, that's my boy, my absolute unit. In lieu of Duchess, we have Stan. Alright, let's see. Please don't stick. I know you're gonna want to stick because you've got the fucking cheap-ass Michaels brand clay. There we go. Didn't stick. I made a tactical error and decided one time when I was getting when I needed to get some more clay, I decided to see how the Michaels brand polymer clay, yeah, I hope so. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it a little bit. Oh yeah, we're fine. We've got, how long is that? We got an hour and a half of it, at least. So, hopefully we're not gonna run out at any point. Okay, let's see. I have not, actually. Yeah, the Michaels brand clay was not a good choice on my part because it ended up being very, I usually go for Sculpey. That's my go-to. Hey-oh. Babe with the comedy, as always. But, yeah, Sculpey is my go-to. This was unwise. Hang on. Okay, let's do something like that. Yeah, sure, that may or may not fucking work. Ooh. I am gonna have to check that out. Yeah, the Michaels brand clay is just a lot squishier than I would like it to be. And, like, weird. It's kind of, like, sticky in a way that doesn't really lend itself to the kind of things that I do. But I'm probably gonna, next time, well, no, probably, definitely next time I buy clay, I'm going back to Sculpey. It's just like, it was significantly cheaper to go with, you know, this, but you get what you pay for, I suppose. Okay. You know, that is not a bad slab right there, actually, so I think let's get that over there. My plan is I'm gonna cut them into kind of like strips, and then I'm going to like offset them slightly. Squish them back together. Okay. Somewhere in this process we will end up with something akin to a flower. Maybe. I probably shouldn't promise that. See, I could be taking advantage of the fact that I'm covered in band-aids and, like, I could be I don't know, some big, like, polymer clay artists will wear gloves while they're doing stuff. I think it probably takes a very particular kind of glove that I do not currently own, because, like, whenever I have tried gloves before for, like, dealing with clay, they're just too wrinkly, and it doesn't work. Is actually doing some cool stuff. Alrighty. Oopsies. Nope. Come on. Listen to this music many a time. Hi there! I don't recognize your name initially, but I'm making some clay flowers, or I will be once I finish making the kind of pattern that I'm looking for. This is not my channel. I'm taking over for my dear friend Mickey. How are you doing this evening? Okay. I also apologize because I do not know any of the regulars. Well, I know some of the regulars, but not all of them. Ooh. That's cool. I'm glad you like it. Oh, so yeah, I should introduce myself periodically because I keep forgetting that, you know, this isn't my place. But hi, I'm Annie, Craft Witch Annie. I'm doing some fun crafty things today for Mickey's channel. Yeah, no, definitely not. least to me. I need to actually make something for these flower petals to go onto. Let's see. This is true. Thank you, Della. I am at least more girl adjacent than Mickey, certainly. Let's go with a... Let's just go with the standard little yellow core for a flower. Yeah, I use any pronouns, so she, her, he, him, they, them. I'm good with it all. Thank you for asking. What about you? Soften up those edges a little. Also, is the volume of the music okay for everybody right now? I want to make sure it's not... It's like, I want it to be loud enough that it's covering up the sound of, you know, me fucking breathing, because I've got allergies and my nose is stuffy and I really don't feel like snoring on stream, but... Gotcha! Yeah, I'm currently making some flowers to be kind of a... Music sounds good? Thank you, Tabby. Yeah, I'm currently making some flowers in kind of a color scheme of like a trans pride flag. And then we'll see what we do after that. That one's not gonna... Okay, we're putting that back. Okay, come on, little buddy. Just be in a good shape. That's all I ask. I also apologize for the fact that I'm fucking this close to my clay. I am... struggle. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. Also, if my singing along with the music gets annoying, I strongly encourage someone to let me know. Because a good part of the reason that I have music playing in the background is because if I don't, then I'm just going to start humming, and that's not going to go well for anybody, because it's going to be completely incongruous. I'm going to be humming, like, you know, bits and pieces of, that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. I just need to figure out... See, I have this problem where I really want to start, you know, selling my art and, like, you know, sending it, you know, doing things with it. And for that matter, I have things that I want to send to my friends that I've made for them. But I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to do, like, shipping effectively. And it's like, at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. But that would be a good idea. I might, that might be something that in the future I could, yeah, definitely. I could implement that on my own channel at some point. So here's what we're looking at so far. Just a few petals. Ooh, I would greatly appreciate that, Tabby. I am truly a disaster. I mean, we knew that already, but like... And surprisingly, my singular week that I worked at the post office, I did not actually learn how to mail packages. I really wish I had, because that would have been more useful than any of the other skills I gained there. Hey, thanks! Alright, let's squish those together and run that through the machine again. Yeah. And add just that little bit at the end there. One of my favorite things about clay as a medium is that if something's not working out, like, I can just, like, up until the point that it's baked, if something's not working out, I can just fucking squish it back up, and then I've got another ball of clay to use. It's just, like, slightly a different color. Ah! Oh! Oh, shit! Apparently my alerts are still on. Whoops. No, go away, alert. Thank you for following. Did not realize that was still up. Yes, it is. My name is Annie. They call me Craft Witch Annie around these parts. Technically they do, because that is a thing, but also, most of the people just call me Annie. Della, I know you like my alerts, but I'm willing to play it fast and loose with the copyright laws and get in trouble on my own channel, but I'm not gonna do that to Mickey's. See, I would be down to leave my alerts if not for the fact that I'm flying real close to the sun with my Hades Town alerts. If the Broadway police ever catch me, I will be fucked. Although maybe at that point I should just move from Hades Town alerts to some other musical that I'm obsessed with. Like Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. I could get away with those. It's a lot less famous than Hades Town. And thus, it stands to reason that there would be fewer people to be upset about it. Ooh! I would like to know who those people are with the 6 alerts. I would like to know that, please. That's good to know. That's very good to know. I will be checking that person out. Thank you. I don't know if there's really a before it hasn't really become cool yet. It probably won't, because, like, the show's already, like, run its course. I don't think they're gonna do it again. Or if they do, they're not gonna be able to get Josh Groban for it. But I can't decide, because I know that at least Della is a fellow, well, not even all musicals, but, like, just, I know that Della, you also have some musicals, Hades Town, that are just like, ah yes, this is my lifeblood. I can't decide whether or not you would like Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. Bye, Sammy! Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for following me. Appreciate it. Because Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, that's a musical that really is kind of an acquired taste. And while I have acquired it, I respect that a lot of other people just aren't going to. Like, Babe, for example, does like Hadestown and, you know, a lot of other musicals. But Natasha Pierre is just, it's just a little weird. You feel? And I like it. It's weird in the kind of ways that I enjoy. But I very much respect the people that are like, nope, it's just weird. One thing that I really think that you would probably like, though, Della, to the point that I would recommend looking this up before looking Natasha Pierre, The Great Comet of 1812 up, is Starry, which is a musical about Vincent van Gogh and his brother, and it is beautiful. It's made by a lot of the same people that it's like, it's not a Star Kid production, but it's made by a lot of the same people. And it's really beautiful. Can I get any more from this? Not really. Oh. The only problem with Starry is that the soundtrack is currently incomplete because they started it. I think they started it about a month before we got into the Panini, and so it hasn't had much of a they've done it a couple of times, but it hasn't actually had a full run yet because Panini. Let's see, we're getting a little low on the white part of the flag here. Cause it's a complicated Russian novel. Everyone's got 9 different names. So look it up in your program. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Da da da. Let's see. I'm gonna decide after this. So I think this little flower, this is kind of like my warm-up. After I finish this, I'm gonna decide what we want to do, because there are a couple of different. I make a lot of shit. I just make a lot of shit. So we have a couple of options for things that I can work on. And I would welcome a little bit of chat influence in that. Where the hell does this pedal go? I think it goes over here, probably? I don't know how I managed to do this to myself. Bitch, I'll give it a shot. It's not gonna go well, but I'll give it a shot. I just realized I could actually make little, either little bouquets or little flower beds of people's pride flags. Because, so often, when we have one, we often have at least one other. That is certainly the case for me. Let's see, how do I want to do this one? And that would be actually really cute. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm down with that. Listen, both of you are very much people that could gently nudge me to do most things in the world, so Use your power wisely. Also, if somebody at any point notices that Stanley has left his stand cam, let me know and I'll shut it off until he returns. Just so you don't have to look at the, random blank. I mean, I do have some pretty cute plants above it, but you can't see those. This is an interesting song. I don't know what area this is from. Okay. Let's squish that in a little bit. There we go. There we go. Looks a lot more muddy than I would like it to on camera. Hang on a second. You can see it a little better then. Anyway. That's gonna be a start. Alright. We're gonna ball up all of this bit, because I can absolutely use that later for something. Because that's just a pretty ball of clay now. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I like this idea that I have given myself of little... Oh, yeah, it might be the Jellyfish Festival. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is if I do this kind of like pride flag colors, bouquet or flower bed or whatever, what else am I gonna need from Mickey? I don't know exactly what else he identifies as. Let's see. Maybe I'll start making kind of like a... I'll start making kind of a base. Buy, got it. Okay, cool. A spec, got it. Alright, I'm gonna start making a little, kind of like... I'm thinking like a little window box, like a little flower bed in a window box, where the flowers are just sort of billowing out of it. So, let's see. I'm starting with something red, because I'm not going to have it be entirely red, but, I want him to at least be able to see some of it. And I know that red is one of his colors. Oh yeah, I forgot that the red gets really... The red is very heavily pigmented, so it gets really all over your fingers. It's an issue. Let's get a little bit of that. Need a little brown or something. Actually, here, let's get... No. Maybe a little bit of this green. Should get us somewhere in the general area of kind of a terracotta color. Alright, so we'll do a buy one. Doing my best to make it so that people can see the mixing of the clay, because I think it's fun. We're gonna need something. Let's add... Yeah, sure, let's see what that ends up with. little bit of brown. Something like that. Ouch. Ooh, that one's hard. That's gonna take a little more working. This song, I think this is the wizard's house, I'm pretty sure. That's what this sounds like. I'm glad. Uh-oh, we're losing another band-aid. Get back on there. Hold, please. Gotta duct tape another one of my fingers up. I could be accomplishing this with just regular tape. I shouldn't be using duct tape. Hang on a second. I have regular tape. I can accomplish this with regular tape. We have committed to the duct tape, that is true. But it's gonna be more my aesthetic anyway if there's a bunch of different fucking kinds of tape. Yep, that'll do. Alright, go over there. Yeah, that's basically who I am. Let's be realistic. I'm losing this one too a little bit. Actually, I'm losing all of them a little bit. Oh well, whatever. Absolutely. You can always message me for any particular reason. This could use a little bit more yellow, I think. It's another song I don't really recognize. It might be one of the levels of the mines, actually. I vary greatly on whether or not I play with music on, because a lot of times I'm listening to something else, but then a lot of times it's like, the Stardew music is just really fucking good. I apologize for my sniffling. I am having the allergies. Pretty efficient way to level out some clay. Ooh. I am interested. I'm interested in anything that fills the Stardew-shaped void in my heart. I say as if I don't replay Stardew, like, once a year, at least. Why did that not go through? Come on. Do I need to sharpen this blade? I don't even know how to do that. Ooh. Very nice. I'm interested. Okay. Let's see. Oof. Let's see. I could do a circle. I'm gonna start with a circle and see what happens. I'm surprised by how actually evenly distributed this ended up being. Huh. Better at this than I realized. But then again, ain't that always the way? Okay, let's trim some of that. Let's trim. Why? Why are you misbehaving? Ooh, big stretch. Thank you, Della. As is generally necessary because I hunch over things like a fucking gremlin. These band-aids are starting to piss me off. Okay, so if I do a little bit of that... Why did I have to fucking rip my cuticles out earlier? Why did I have to do that and make life difficult for myself? The one night that I actually commit myself to doing something, and I have no cuticles for it. Not that I need cuticles, but I also need to not have gaping wounds on my fingers. Okay, let's see. This is actually kind of cute. Hang on. Just need to make it so that it's like consistent. This is a complete fucking accident that actually ended up working. Much like everything else that I do. Yeah, that's actually not bad. There's a little window box. That's decent. It's not the neatest thing in the world. But once again I say, are any of us? Alright, let's get a good rim on there. Is it called a rim or is it called a lip? It's probably called a lip. Probably just made that weird for no reason. One of my favorite things to watch, or it has been. I don't, you know, I finished it and I haven't rewatched it yet, but there's a show on HBO Max called The Great Pottery Throwdown, and that shit is a good fucking time. Because it's just generally a cool show, because it's like, ah, yes, people that are passionate about this certain type of art doing that art really well, and it's cool. But it's also, it's just so pure. Like, one of the judges, this guy named Keith, who's this big, hulking, tall, broad, you know, just sort of like intimidating looking guy. And about once an episode, there will be a piece of pottery that makes him cry. And it's the best. Okay. That's pretty close. Okay, come on, get a little more on there. There you go. There we go. There we go. A little more on there. Come on, little buddy. There we go. Okay, now we'll try and make this seam look as pretty as we can. Not me fucking holding my breath while I'm trying to do something detailed. Oh boy. Okay. You know what? I should be not just using my fingers. I should be using this entire fucking box of tools I've got over here. Be smarter than the clay and actually use the tools I have at my disposal. Come here. There we go. Tools. Okay. Okay. We're gonna kind of squish that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. This is a stupid position. Hang on. Okay, let's try this. This song, this is definitely one of the levels of the mines. Possibly the Skull Cavern? No, it's not the Skull Cavern. I think it's just one of the regular mines. Also trying really hard not to like loudly mouth breathe into the microphone. Alright. Another thing that I can do once I finish making this is I can continue with the pride theme, but make some beads. That is an option, because beads are a thing that I am very good at. And for that matter, that would be less stuff that I would be having direct contact with the finish of, and thus probably less correcting for the... Oh, Stanley baby! Yeah, I'm talking to you! Did you know that Daddy loves you? Yeah, you know. Everyone loves you. But Danny and I love you especially. You can tell, because the way that you can tell that Daddy loves you is that when you're being a turd and jumping up on their computer, they don't throw you out a window. Quick disclaimer, that is not something that, Oh! Stanley! Mickey loves you too! Yeah! Mickey loves you! Disclaimer, Chuck would not actually throw Stanley out a window under any circumstances. That is a joke. However, it is very much a sign of love that they are saying that they love him, even though he has very much been jumping up on their computer tower lately, and it's a problem. Baby Stanley, Della loves you too. Yeah, we all loaf him. Okay, smooth that out. That's fine. He loafs you too in his own way. There we go. Get some leaves in there at some point too. Alright, next stop. Biflower. My hands are red. That's okay. We're gonna be fine. Actually, let's use this one. I love the bi-flag colors. Swear to God, there's a significant... Because, like, okay, I'm always waffling about whether I should be... if I should identify as bisexual or pansexual. The main thing that is keeping me tied to the bisexual flag is the bisexual flag, because I just really like the colors of it. That's about the right kind of shade, because, well, no, it's a little bit lighter, a little bit pinker. Hang on a second. We're looking up a bi flag. Bi flag. Yeah, no, that... the, purple should be a little more pink. It's actually... Whoop! Sorry, didn't mean to bump you there. Let's get a little bit of this in there. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. It's like, they're functionally basically the same. It's just, you know, what somebody wants to identify with, and whatever they want to identify with is fine. Yeah, that's fair. I don't like the, and this is very much not a reason to be like, I'm never going to be pansexual because blank. But I feel like I always want to. Hi, Mama Spurgeon. How's it going? I think I've spoken to you in chat at some point or another. Maybe, but if not, hello. It is good to officially meet you. But yeah, I like I like being someone who identifies as bisexual and very much includes like bisexual in the like more attracted to more than one, gender rather than like attracted to male and female, because that's not a thing. My partner is neither of those. Oh, nice. Right now we are making some little flowers in the color schemes of pride flags. So I did the trans one first. This is going to be kind of a little like window bed kind of thing where all the flowers are going to be resting. That is true. You are not male. Thank you. Yeah, I'm making this one is going to be kind of like the Mickey one, so it's gonna have all of his flags in it. So we started out with trans, and then I'm working on bi right now. Thank you, Della. You're the best. Thank you. Much appreciated. Grab that blob. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. I didn't know that there was audio attached. Add that to that blob over there. There we go. Okay, blob. Blob. Ooh, this one's a harder blob. Hang on. Oh, also, since you are new to my content, in the... Alright, can I point to it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh my god, I'm doing it. This guy right here, that is Stanley. He's a baby. And we have been graced with the Stan Cam for the time being, until he decides to move. Which he will eventually. Stanley is a very good boy. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think... I mean, God knows, Tabby is allergic to, all animals pretty much a little bit, and yet there she is, having all of the animals. But... And if I discovered I had an allergy to cats, that is exactly how I would be too. I spent, let's see, a good 9 months, I think, not having a pet. Because, after I moved out of my parents' house, we did not have a cat to begin with. And that was a sucky 9 months. I don't want to go back to that at any point. And also, Stanley is my absolute baby boy. Instead of a pet, we just had a really garbage roommate for a while there. Stanley is an improvement on all fronts. Yeah. While the annoying roommate did pay rent, he also, at least Stanley doesn't fucking... God. No, I'm not gonna get into all of the gross things that the roommate did, but they were gross. Suffice to say, gross. I had a dream recently that our roommate, showed up at our apartment and was like, "Hey, you guys looking for roommates again?" And we're just like, fuck no, get out of our apartment. Okay. I want this to be a little more blended. Let's try doing this. Actually, maybe more like that. Yeah. Hello, I'm making some pride flag flowers. I'm amazed that I said all 3 of those words at once and didn't fuck any of them up. Huh, good job, me. Yeah, we're making some pride flag flowers. We got a trans one already over here. We're working on a bi one right now. And yes, thank you, babe. That is all of my information. Because I am, as you can probably tell from my voice and, everything else, not Mickey. We're just gonna fucking blend it like this. Because it's taking too fucking long. Yeah, that works. Now it's stuck to the... fuck. I stuck it together too much. Okay, you go like that. This just fucking roll up and, I don't know, stick on there someplace. As I said, great thing about clay is even if you're fucking it up, you're still gonna, just as long as you don't bake it fucked up, you're gonna still have some clay to work with at the end there. It really lends itself to being cobbled together. Smash that in there, sure. Fold this over itself. Also sure. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we can work with that. Put the pasta machine away. It's not actually a pasta machine, but it's functionally the same as a pasta machine, but it is actually designed for clay. Yeah, I love clay. It's just such a fun medium. So since we're kind of making I kind of lost it a little. We started playing a little fast and loose with the trans flag one, but seeing as how I am trying to make like kind of vaguely flower petal stuff, I am gonna do that kind of like, because they have the flower petals have the kind of like, I don't know, striations or something. They're not just one solid color, nor are they one linear gradient. So I'm trying to kind of capture that a little bit. Come on, get in there. There you go. But I'm also just kind of Mod Podging some things together. And that is also a-okay. Clay makes brain go burr, exactly. There are a lot of times where I just need something to do with my hands, and I will just sit with some clay and just knead back and forth. Motherfucker. Okay, this one is being a lot less cooperative. Ooh, wait a second. I know what to do with this. Hang on. Exactly. I know what to do with this. Alright, we're gonna make kind of a rose. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Should. Yeah, I do. I remember how to do this. So I can't decide how frequently I should be, like, introducing myself as people come in. Because, like, I don't know who all is following Mickey on Twitter and already knows that this is happening and why. Then again, I mean, Tabby was on the other night. So a lot of people probably also know it's happening from that. Okay, we're gonna cut that little bit off. Eliminate the raggedy edge. And just make a whole new fucking raggedy edge, apparently. Good job, me. Come on. Come on. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, pull that a little bit off. Okay, yeah, no, this is working. This is working fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. that everybody that is hanging out is having both a good time hanging out and just generally having a good time zone, a good whatever. And if you're not, tomorrow will be better. Little stream hopping, nice. I'm glad. Try to at least provide a little chill. 'Cause God knows there's enough of the opposite to be found. Okay. There we go. Get a little blue on there. Yeah, I'll do it from over here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cut that a little bit off. Shit, that actually looks really good. Look at that. Look at what I made. That actually looks really good. We're gonna go ahead and stick that in there. That actually looks really good. Damn! Look at me go. Okay. I'm gonna kinda... No, I'm not gonna try and organize the fucking splodges by color. It's fine. They're just gonna be what they are. What they are is a pretty blob. Okay, pick up a little bit of that. Come on. One time I had a friend who just took a little X-Acto knife like this and scraped the entirety of this mat that I do all of my clay stuff on. I'm also a pretty blob. We're gonna be the prettiest blobs in the ball. At the ball? In the... doesn't matter. Okay, so we got that. Alright, next up... That was not what I meant to do. A spec flag. I don't know if there is such a thing specifically. I know just the straight up and down ace. Yeah, no, I think it's just... Yeah, I guess, yeah, there's pretty much just... there's a version of the ace flag that is different, but it's mostly just, gray sexual, demisexual, demi-romantic. We're just gonna go with the standard color scheme of the gray ace. Which is... Alright, let's see. That should be about right. Get a chunk of... Ooh, that's a big chunk. Okay, so now that I've done different things with... Now that I've done two different types of flowers here, I'm gonna have to do another type of flower for the gray ace one. Why do I keep saying gray ace? It's just the ace flag. Isn't it nice? I'm glad that I decided on this for my background music. Ah, ba ba da 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 da. Yes, okay. White. Yeah. fucking gooey white of this particular type of clay. Blech. I'm gonna go with... well, yeah, no, we're gonna go with that for gray. And then... there we go. Come on. Blob of black. Not that big. It's still too big. Okay, there we go. Perfect. What, gooey white? Yeah. Yes. That's true. In fairness, though, is there any word I could have chosen that would have been... I recognize that gooey is definitely, you know, loaded, but is there any variation that wouldn't have, sticky white? That's still bad. Slimy white, still bad. Okay, so the order of colors... so it's black, gray, white, purple. Got it. That should be easy enough. Yes. And that is okay! Okay. I should call him. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, that's about... well, that could be a little... ah! I also just saw it! Why didn't I see it? That's what they call me. Oh boy. Okay, I need a little bit more of this purple. Babe, welcome back from your shower. You've arrived at the perfect time. Psh! If he wanted to have people behaving, he wouldn't have had the people that he has doing streams. Get off of there. There we go. Ouch. Ooh. I'm looking forward to the Deleguest star. Okay. Stick that there. Oopsies. More gray. There we go. Squish. Squish, 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 squish. Pasta machine. Oh, hell yes. Oh yeah, the chalky milk redeems will actually work then. Because right now, if anybody tried it, it would just be writing it all down so that eventually, when we all meet up, we can surround Della with chalky milk. that is a fucking cat hair. Sorry. And also, shit, my thing got a little uneven. I know that nobody cares, but I know. Come on, peel up. There we go. Ah, the cat hair's back. No, get out of here. Get! How do you keep coming back? Go away! There we go. Clean up those edges. I can't tell if you're saying my baby or if there's a baby in particular that you are talking about. Like, because my baby is indeed just sitting there being good and being sleepy. Because he's always sleepy. Well, no, that's a lie. He's not always sleepy. His two moods are sleep and scream. Sleep, scream, love. That's good. Are we getting to the tail end of the soundtrack? Oh! It has already just looped. Okay. That's fine. It didn't loop, it auto-played another thing of Stardew Valley music, which still works. Yeah, Stanley's a very good boy. Except for when he isn't, but, you know, it's okay. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Alright. That'll work. Gonna take a little bit of that off. Have I just bent this or something? Why is it like not? It feels like this is supposed to be level and like sharp. It's so weird. I don't know what I did to this thing. But clearly something wrong. Ooh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for story time. I'm excited. Okay. A little bit of that. Fucking sawing now with a scalpel, which is not right. Got it, got it. It's funny, I think the same exact thing is happening in front of my parents' house right now, to which I say, haha, I don't live there anymore. Oh no! Oh, you hate to see it. Oh no! Yeah, there's a point recently where I, like, I drove past an area of construction where it was like, so it was like, it was a thing where, like, one of the lanes, like, basically, they were turning a 4-lane into a 2-lane temporarily while they, like, worked on the middle 2 lanes. The middle 2 lanes were like that. There was, like, a multi-inch drop down. And I drove by a person that, with no kind of fucking off-road vehicle, just decided, those signs don't mean me, and tried to, like, pass somebody with, like, in that kind of thing. And they got their fucking car stuck. And I'm like, man, if only there were a fuck ton of signs around telling you not to do the exact thing you just did. Oh, that's rough, buddy. Realistically, I probably should, I should probably watch my karma a little bit, making fun of people doing dumb, car things, because, like, I am not the best driver in the world. By any means. Ah! That's hilarious. Oh boy. Okay. Just realized I've gotten this far and haven't actually. Yeah. I actually thought through, okay, what shape am I going to do for these petals? Let's see. We got kind of like a, I don't know what shape that's supposed to be. It's a shape. It's a flower. It's something. I could do, oh shit, I wouldn't actually even have to be doing what I'm doing to do this. I could do like a, what am I thinking of? An azalea? Maybe? But it's got just like petal, 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 just fuck tons of petals. Oh, the boy is awake. Hi. Oh, he's gonna sneeze. Oh, nope, he's gonna jump over here. Okay, hi, buddy. Hi. I can't really hold you right now, buddy. I guess I can, well, let me put my pillow on my lap. We can give it a shot, just as long as you promise not to get tangled in the cords on the way over. There's a lot of cords over here, my dude. Oh. Alright, buddy. Wanna come here? Wanna give the people what they want? Yeah, you're a baby. You're sitting on my keyboard a little bit, which I don't love. Come here, buddy. Oh. Oh, here he comes. Watch out, boy, he'll loaf you up. Oh, he's a stand goblin. Oh, goodness gracious, buddy. Oh, you're very warm. Or are you very snuggled up over there? You are going to get hair all over my project. I know this to be true. Okay. Yeah, there's a baby boy. Okay. Alright, just want you to settle, okay? Is that okay? Can we have that? Alright. Got the pillow propped up there, so you should be fine. Yeah, your baby. You gonna let me continue to work? Yeah? Here, let me shut off the stand. Oopsies! Mouse. Shut off the stand cam over here. There we go. Oh, he's a baby boy. We'll kind of tilt our whole operation a little bit so you can see a little bit more of him. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, you want to be the star now? Do you have anything to say to all of your adoring fans? Yeah. Ah, he's baby. Oh, he's such a good boy. Yep, I'm already covered in cat hair, so everything I make is now going to be covered in cat hair, but that's okay. It is what it is. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Hey, baby! Do you know that your daddy loves you? You got eye gunk, but I got it. Yeah, no more eye gunk. No more eye gunk, only love. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Oopsies. That was not what I was thinking. Please go back on. Please. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, hi! Oh, he's moving. Oh, we're rotating. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, he needs to be held like a little baby that he is. Oh, there's a happy boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a lot of purring. Yes, it is. That's a very happy baby. No crafts, only baby. Yeah, no, we have, Stanley does this move that Chuck and I refer to as no phone, only baby. Where, like, if I like, sit down on the bed and set my phone on the bed next to me, he will go over and lay on my phone. He also does this with computers, which is troubling. Because, like, at some point... What have you got? Is that something on my screen, or is that something on your arm? It's something on your arm. Oh, it's your little back toe bean. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, he does this with computers, too. And he likes to jump on top of Chuck's computer tower, which is very much an issue. Because, as you can see, he's fucking thick. He's an absolute unit. Yes. He's a healthy boy. But he is an absolute unit. And when he jumps on things, they fucking wobble. He likes to jump on Chuck's computer tower. He likes to jump on my computer tower, but I don't let him. And he likes to jump on... I have for my job, I have a work laptop that I have sitting on top of my computer tower, and when I am going to work, like, I plug the HDMI from my monitor into that and do everything like that. At one point, he, I think, figured out that that was what was preventing me from giving all of my attention to him. And so he jumped on top of the laptop and fucking closed it. He did this 2 or 3 times. And I ended up just having to put I had to just put a box, like, over between my desk and the wall so that it's covering, like, where he would be able to jump up. And we do the same thing on top of Chuck's computer tower. We put a little box there so that he can't jump up. Cat hair everywhere. Can I convince you to kind of take your little upper body. Oh, goodness. There you go. Yes, I love you too, buddy. Look at your little face. You're such a good boy. You're just such a good boy. You're so happy. Yes, you're such a happy boy. Okay, let's see. Why did I do this? Now I don't really have use of my right hand. Oh well, whatever. Yes. Only baby. You do deserve the attention. You are a very good boy. Except for the times when you're not. But, you know, who among us can say we are not the same? Oh, your tail's switching a little bit. What does that mean? Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I know, he's just such a good boy. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. First of all, I need to pull these closer to me so that I can, you know, use the little bit of hand function I've got. I'm gonna build it around... Shit, I wish I had a toothpick right now. There we go. Ooh, are you purring again? Want to talk to the people? You're such a good boy. Actually, this doesn't really work. Maybe on this end it would. I'm just gonna use this as kind of like a base, and then I'm gonna kind of build up a flower around it. Except that this isn't working. Oh, I wish I had like a toothpick or something. God damn it. I have like... Oh, can I reach it? Oh, oh. Yes, I can. There we go. A needle will do the job. Are you starting to get annoyed? You're starting to get annoyed that I'm not giving you my undivided attention? I bet you are. Yeah, your little tail is switching a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you're starting... You want to relax, and you don't understand why I won't let you. I'm trying to accommodate you, buddy. Alright. You're making me do things left-handed. I hope you realize that. Oh, this is rough. Okay. This is taking a lot of... Yeah, you can't see it, but just over here, his little tail is active. Oh, only baby or else. I don't think that what I'm trying to do here is going to work. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Okay, that's okay. Should just discard that needle. I should deal with that later. Oh, I should be doing like a tulip thing. That would be the best option. Yep, that's got cat hair in it. Well... well, not like this is going to anybody who doesn't already have cat hair all over everything they own. Because Stanley sheds a lot, but at least he's short-haired. Oh, we're moving. What's up, buddy? Oh, exactly. Oh, my back is starting to hurt like this, buddy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know you don't give a shit just as long as you're getting cuddles, but you should probably know my back's really starting to hurt. Okay, we're gonna try and do that. Yeah. Yeah, this should work. This should work. You're killing me, buddy. You realize how much it's okay, here, the position, you'll notice I'm a little scrunched over here. That's because I'm trying to keep my arm under his head. I'm trying to do things. And I'm supporting my lap with the pillow on it so that you can lay there. Oh, I need to stretch. Ugh. Oh, buddy. What are we doing here, buddy? Oh, yes, you need to give me a little bath. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm clearly I'm very much in need of a bath. Oh, big yawn. What's up, buddy? You're a good boy. See, because I could just do this, but then I'm just going to be squishing you, and you don't want that. Yeah? There's always the option of gradually annoying him until he decides he wants to leave on his own. Stanley, did you know that you're perfect? Yeah, you sure are. Oh, you want your little nose rubbed? Yeah. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Oh. Yes, I know you're very angry. I know, I'm so mean to you. Hi. Can I help you? Yeah? Are we enemies now? Are we enemies? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for offending you by lifting up your little head so it could rest on my forearm, like the sweet, precious baby boy you are. I am so sorry for my offense. You can't even look at me. You can't even look at me. You're such a baby. Oh, the tail is still going. Oh, okay. Was that you trying to itch your ear a little bit? Oh, yep. Yep, that's an ear that needs itching right there. Oh, that's better. I'm once again asking to please raise your little head up. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, there he goes. Alright. Oh, no more baby time, apparently. until he forgives me in about 15 seconds because he has no object permanence. Okay. There we go. If he goes back over to his perch, I will turn the Stanley cam back on. Alright. Oh, that feels a lot better. Ooh, that was a good neck crack. So was that. Okay, let's see. This song is fucking jaunty. I don't recognize it, but I love it. Okay, scraps. I'm definitely a little bit allergic to my cat because now my nose is even more stuffy than it was before. But hey, it's okay. He's loafing on the floor, not looking at me. He will be mad at me for a little while, and then he will forgive me. Ooh, actually, hang on. I know one way I can expedite the forgiving process. No, his treats are all the way over on the other table. I don't want to go get them. I know. What kind of person tries to lift someone's head up a little bit so that they can rest it on their arm? I am just the worst. This no longer resembles a tulip. I don't know what this is now. It's not a tulip. It's something. I just don't know what. Actually, I'm not entirely sure it ever resembled a tulip. I think I was just trying to convince myself it did. How dare I offer him head support? Well, I guess it's okay that this doesn't look like any particular flower, though, because it's just kind of... Yeah, it'll be alright. It can be just sort of a bud, a little flower bud. Thank you. Alright, let's see. We'll just make a couple of those. Boy, the cat hair. Ooh. I may have to start thinking about calling it a night, if for no other reason than I'm fucking covered in cat hair. It's the downside of having the literal tape on my fingers because my band-aids won't stay still. Alright, I'm gonna kinda splodge all of this together in no particular order. Let's see what this cross-section looks like. Yeah. Ooh. Nice. Reminded me, saying it's just Stanley's Lovings added in. I have so one of the things that I make with clay is I make a lot of beads, and like things for, like necklace charms and like stuff like that. And there is one in particular that I made that was not really ever destined to be anything that exciting. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I have this, you know, these pretty colors. Let's mix them together, roll it out, whatever. Until Stanley jumped up on the baking tray that I keep the things on before I bake them. Well, I bake them in that too, but like, it was before even going near the oven, everything was just laid out on the baking tray, and Stanley jumped on it, which means that there is now a necklace charm that has a Stanley footprint on it. I figure once I do start up a store of some kind, I can charge extra for that. Oh, he's over having a snack. I thought he was trying to eat something he wasn't supposed to eat. Look at this. It's fucking hanging by a cat hair. God damn it. Whoop, whoop. Doc, how's it going? Oh, I love that. Oh, it's going very well, thank you. How's your head doing? You know, you're saying you were having what seemed like a migraine earlier. Well, that's clearing up. 'Cause fuck migraines. Yeah, I'm sure. You were doing a lot yesterday, buddy. This motherfucker was playing Beat Saber for like 2 hours or something. And somewhere around like the hour and a half mark just happened to mention, oh yeah, no, I fucked up my back again. Okay, let's see. So, we've got... So, we got our trans flag, we got our bi flag, we got kind of two little examples of the ace flag. Okay, let's see. For the we got room for one more flower. So, I wonder... We were kind of talking about, like, the pan versus bi thing. I could do a pan flower at the end here. I think that would bookend things very well. Otherwise, if there's any other flags in particular, Mickey, if you're hanging out and want to weigh in, or Della, if you would have an idea of what would be good. I could also just do a flower that's kind of like the Mickey colors, so the red and gold. Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah. I'm gonna start working on some leaves too to kind of throw around. Whoop, that's not supposed to be there. Okay. Let's see, do I remember how to make a leaf cane easily? It's been a while. I should remember how to do it. I probably shouldn't do it with this color. I should probably do it with, like, the... No, but this color is gonna look nicer. Alright, let's see. Do I remember? Oh, wait, yeah, no, I remember. Hang on. I can do this. I remember how to do this. Okay. Get to see me make a cane. Which is... fun. Okay, let's see. What color are we gonna transition to? Well, I've already got purple on my hands, so we may as well have slightly purple leaves. Starting to lose this band-aid a little bit. Oh! The boy has returned. There he is. Graceful as always. Really? Now? You gonna go for the butthole now? I think I'm gonna have to take the duct tape one off. Hang on a second, let me make sure that this doesn't look too gory. No, it looks totally fucking fine. I'm taking the duct tape finger off, it looks fine anyway. Probably at least get rid of a layer of this tape. Very true. You can technically do what you want. God damn, get off of me! Fucking tape! Boy, my Venus flytraps are not looking so hot. Anyway, don't mind me. Just getting distracted by my own plants. There is a fucking gnat! Go away. No, none of that. Go away. Get! I don't want you here. Go away. Get in there with the Venus flytraps, you motherfucker. That's what I have him for. I don't even know if there are any traps open to fucking... Oh yeah, these things are fucking dying. Oh well. I got these Venus flytraps a couple of weeks ago. Because completely by fucking chance, the little, like, garden store in, the, grocery store I went to just fucking had Venus flytraps in it. And I'm like, yoink. Hi, Danny, how are you doing? Okay. But yeah, because of the fact that they're like shitty grocery store Venus flytraps, like, I was never particularly optimistic to begin with about their lifespan. So, if they die, you know, it would not surprise me. Yeah, it's going well. We're making, I didn't intend for it to take up the entirety of stream, but it kind of is so far. But we're making some flowers in pride flag colors. So we got trans flag, got bi, got ace. Yeah, hopefully they live long enough to become not shitty Venus grocery store Venus flight traps. Is that mold? I can't tell if that's mold. If that's mold, we got problems. Huh. Yeah, that might be mold. Well, that's not good. Anyway, That's a problem for later. So now I can't stop looking at them and being like, is this mold? Ugh. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna just... Okay, no. I am gonna make another one. I am gonna make a pan rose, I think. Okay. Yeah, that's about the pink that I'm looking for. And then I know this is a good blue. I do love the colors of the pan flag too, though. I was saying earlier that one of the main... bisexuality and pansexuality being functionally very similar, and oh no, am I dropping frames? Oh no. I can't tell anymore. That was just sort of a little stutter, it looked like, but I think I'm fine. I hope I'm fine. I don't know why I wouldn't be fine. It's not like I'm doing anything graphically intensive here. Oh well. Fuck. What is the order? Is the pink in the middle or is the yellow in the middle? Hang on. The yellow's in the middle, okay. Oof! Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Okay. Oh, Stanley, you're having a very thorough bath over there. What a good boy. You know, I wonder if I'd be able to make a more efficient job of it if I just did this. Like, kind of hand mixed it. I don't know. Probably not. I'm making a little bit of a mess of it right now anyway. Alright, we're gonna squish that down. Bring out the old pasta machine again. Squish that bad boy back together. wrist is starting to hurt. Oh, look at that sleepy boy. Look at that bean. What a good boy. Bubble there, but that's fine. Come on, peel up. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I really want to get some of that one-shot energy. Don't know how it's gonna treat me exactly, because my reaction to caffeine really seems to depend on the day, which is super annoying, but... Alright. Okay, so we're kinda... Ooh, come on. Fucking... There we go. Okay, this is gonna end up being pretty rainbowy. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Like that. The fact that this song started out kind of with like an ocean sound, for some reason my brain thought that it was very much not a Stardew song, but a different song that I know that starts with that sort of thing. It's a good song, but... Actually, more specifically, it's a good song about a woman who gets rich after every man who has ever wronged her dies under mysterious circumstances. The song is called Ginny Bingham's Ghost. Highly recommend it if you are into folk music of any type. It's a very good song. Okay, and then we're gonna start kinda... Hell yeah! Alrighty. Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Danny, is that why you chose the name Blunt Pans? That's just now occurred to me. That little bit of excess there. I love that. So what is the blunt part then? I always really enjoy hearing like the backstories behind people's like, you know, nicknames in real life, and oh, got it. And then usernames on the internet. Wait a second, that's the wrong way around. There we go. I personally... Thank you! Yeah, I was gonna ask, is that a cheeky little weed reference? Come on, there we go. Well, it's turning out pretty good, isn't it? Ah, the museum music. Alright, let's get a little bit of that. I need more stem to hang on to here. Turn that outward. Okay, cool. Alright. Actually... There we go. That helps. Okay, let's get a little bit of that. Alright, so... Yeah, we ended about there. It's gonna be about like that. Approximately. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on, buddy. Stop fucking trying to run away from me. Okay, apparently this one's not working. That's okay. Roses are a really hard thing to get right in a soft medium like this, but we're okay. We're getting there. Okay, let's get a couple more. Let's get a bigger stripe this time. Leeway. Some more to hang on to. Yeah, there we go. Looks good to me. Okay. Let's slice off this bit here. There we go. To re-curly the little center bit, but other than that, I think we're good to go. There we go. Hang on, let me... No, wrong way. There we go. I think that looks pretty damn good. And we've got a nice little collection of pride flag flowers for Mickey. Most of which he can't see. But it's the thought that counts. Okay. I will put that on a thing to bake it. Oh. I am going to bake that, definitely. I think before I wrap things up, I am going to just fuck around with the scraps that we have left. Woo! That one really ran. There we go. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do with this? Let's get a little bit of... There we go. I can make this just a little, like, necklace charm. So, let's clean up the edges. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Pop that little bit at the end off. Pop that little bit at the end off. It's nice and neat. Okay, where's my straw? My extremely high-tech method of making holes for a necklace chain to go through. There we go. I make a lot of, like, when I have scraps from something, I will oftentimes do something like this, where it's like, well, fucking roll it out, make it look cute, and then you've got a little necklace thing. I really want to get, like... Because, like, a lot of the things that I make are very, you know, simple little things that it's like, I'm not... They're almost, like, too simple that I don't want to put them on, like, a website or something. Just because I don't think, like, it would probably... The shipping of something would cost more than what, like, the piece of art is worth. Which is why I really want to get into, like, doing cons and stuff. Because that... I can definitely convince somebody to fucking impulse buy some bullshit. That I know I can do. Alright, let's do this. Kind of smush... Oop, whoop, whoop, wrong side, wrong side, wrong side. There we go. Okay. Kind of smush those together. Roll it through again. There we go. Oh, my nose is just driving me crazy. Smooth that out. Not the other side. Yeah, smooth that out. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Make that a straight line. Oopsies. God fucking damn it with this thing. I guess in fairness, I have had this for like 2 years. It's probably actually a miracle that it's lasted this long without going dull. Should probably just need to buy a new one. Let's see. Alright, where are you? There you are. We're gonna do kind of a curve for this one. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Straw. There we go. We got another one. I love just making things with scraps. Especially when you can mix up scraps into something like this. That didn't quite work. That's okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Squish that down into a vaguely oval shape. Something like that. And then we'll take some slices out of this and stick them on there. Sorry for my... It's not even really humming at this point. My noises along with the song. Very much got the big time ADHD and I can't stop doing these things. Okay, there we go. That's got some stuff on it. Alright, peel that off to make sure it's not going to get stuck, and now that I know that it's not stuck, trim some edges off. Let's see, I think I'm going to take that. I will make sure, once I finish baking this, all of this stuff, I will make sure that I put it on Twitter so that Mickey can also retweet it and y'all can see. I'll also put it in his Discord. I'm not usually very active in his Discord just because I have that problem where I get overwhelmed by, you know, having a bunch of streamer friends and everybody has a Discord. And so it's like, as much as I want to support people, I get very easily overwhelmed. There we go. Now we got another thing. I also want to keep an eye on who is currently streaming. Yeah. Alright. I don't know if it's possible, just because of the way that we have it set up, but, Mickey and or Della, if you guys are here, do you guys want to figure out somebody to raid in a minute here? Or, should we just kind of... Because I don't think I can do it. It's up to y'all if you want to bother with it. Or if you just want to call it. Because I'm about ready. That's a nice little one. Hi Tabby, welcome back. Tabby, you want to see the thing? Hang on. think it turned out pretty well. That's the wrong way again, god damn it. Okay, let's see. Everybody loves Tabitha. I'm just making some little necklace things with the scraps left over from all of the stuff. Oh god, that was a little thick. That was really hard to blow out. Whew. Oh, who let me speak? Who let me say words? Who let me say words on the internet? We have located the Christmas music. The Feast of the Winter Star. Although actually, I think this music kinda... It might play at other times during the winter too, I'm not sure. Alrighty. I think I am about ready to call it a night here. So, what I'm gonna do is, even though the quality on this camera is shit, which is why it's small, we're gonna make the stand cam real big so that we can look at. Oh, and he did a little stretch and just a little squeeze his little toe beans for us. What a good boy. Yeah, because of the fact that I do not have the ability to raid, and I don't think that Mickey and Della are hanging out, so we are just going to call it a night right here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. You know, as we've said, Mickey will be back, but he's gotta take care of himself and do some things. He is such a sweet. You did the cinnamon bun. Oh, I love the cinnamon bun emoji so much. Emote so much. It's so cute. Oh, it's so good. Ah, excellent, cool. A mod should be able to do it. Mickey's got to do it. Got it. Alright, thanks, babe. Go ahead and do that whenever you're ready. And just thank you guys so much for joining. Let me copy the damn thing. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. You can go ahead and raid whenever you're ready, Mickey.